Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine?
Sorry, he's got a shirt that says poop.org.
It's time to get wild.
That was wild.
Welcome to That Was Wild. I'm Adam Macias, and this episode is going to be wild. This is the show where I talk to my wildly funny friends about the wild things happening in the world, and we try to have a wild time while doing it. My name is Adam Macias. I'm on a journey to find the wildest stories in the world, and I hope you join me on it. And yeah, I've gone viral on the internet. Check my comments on a few videos, and yeah, maybe some porn stars like Bella Danger are commenting on videos in there. It's fine. It's wild. But that is not important today. Because speaking of the virtual world, these two gentlemen that are joining us today, they are experts in video games that you might not have heard of and are big fans of, and reactivating them. They're very funny friends. I was on their podcast recently, and it's okay if I call you guys friends now, right? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay. It is Tyler Schnupp and Nick Costanza, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, how is Nick going to match this energy? I wonder. I'm high energy.
We're definitely friends, Ab.
Especially since we talked about my favorite video game, which we've talked about on the show, Chex Quest.
Chex Quest. Yeah, a shout out to Chex Quest. It's basically Doom.
It's basically Doom, but you got it for free in a healthy cereal.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Now, most of the time when I play Doom, it's on Fortnite. Everybody's running around with the Doom guy skin.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How often are you playing Fortnite?
I hadn't played for about a year. I just got back into it like a week ago.
Oh.
Pretty fun.
Yeah?
Okay.
My friends now refuse to play Call of Duty ethically, and so I can only convince them to kill people in multiplayer games through Fortnite.
This is a point of contention between both Nick and I.
Yeah.
I do think Call of Duty is, and I don't mind it. I'll say it right to the camera. It's trash.
Call of Duty is trash.
I don't mind if you come for me.
But that's why people play it, because people just want a little trash in their lives.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Or they want to be in the army really badly. And
my brother's really good at Call of Duty.
In the army?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I got one in the army. He's really good.
It is a little strange. What were you going to say?
What's his KD?
Kill-death ratio. Is that what that is?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea. But speaking of Call of Duty, it's my duty to introduce you guys as some hilarious people that are in the improv scene, have done comedy as well as music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nick and I, we both were in an improv practice group where, speaking of music and comedy, El Jefe, you remember that? NoFX's El Jefe was in our improv practice group.
Was he really?
Yes, he was.
That's bizarre.
Yes.
Whoa.
Do you remember that?
Do I? This is something that would not track for Nick. I know.
To remember, or
No.
just to even try? Are you familiar with NoFX at all? Like, do you know them? The band?
It's a band.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Listen, man, this is not a got you question.
Yeah. It makes sense that this has never come up before.
Are you a NoFX guy?
When I was younger, much younger, yeah, and I know they are doing a string of last shows coming up.
Yes.
Which I'm like, do I go?
Because I think Fat Mike wants to be a comedian now.
Is that true?
Yes, that's true.
Oh, they all want it.
They do. Yes.
Well, he was really funny.
He actually was, though. What was funny about El Jefe being in our improv practice group was, like, he didn't look any different than any of the fucking deranged improvisers in the room. I just knew. But what was crazy is that he did the big spiky hair all the time. Do you need a refresher on his face?
Yeah, let's refresh.
Okay. Yeah, El Jefe, he had this big spiky hair and shit like that.
Wow, they even got he's got the trumpet out.
Wow. This is real? He did improv? Yeah.
What if I was lying, though?
Yeah.
I could literally say, like, Tom Hardy was actually in our class. I don't know if you knew that.
I had hair when we were doing improv. I think maybe you thought I was him.
Oh, You know what? That's true. Yeah, you were El Jefe.
Spiky hair. I always brought a guitar to improv practice.
No guitar, no glasses, no glasses.
No glasses.
But I thought that was so crazy because that is one of those things where UCB is like this weird place where random celebrities will just drop in on stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is this insanely popular guitarist doing in our improv class?
I had like Maria Bamford in my 101, which is like, that makes a little more sense.
So
Yes.
it's funny you say that
Yeah.
because 3 of my friends were in her 201
Yeah.
with her and her husband, Scott,
Oh.
who then went on to be in my 301.
What? Scott or Maria?
Scott Cassidy, her Maria
Yes.
Bamford's husband.
Right.
Great guy. He's a painter. And so I've been to their house through that connection.
Oh, yeah?
And all my friends who were in 201 with her ended up in the last season of Lady Dynamite in the wedding scene.
No
Oh, wow.
way.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's cool.
Maria Bamford, hilarious comedian who's out there. Another random one was, you guys remember Daredevil, the show?
Yeah.
The show. The love interest or whatever.
The lady with red hair.
Red hair.
Karen Page.
Karen Page, her husband was in my improv team, and I went over his house a few times, and she was just there. It was
Okay.
crazy, and this was like the height of Daredevil too.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
I recently saw her because I work at farmers markets.
Oh, cool.
That's part of my job.
Nice.
And I was in Culver City, and it was like a little park on like just walking to I had to like park event, whatever. It doesn't matter. She was walking by, and I was like, oh, it's her, but my face didn't change, and I do remember her going like, yeah, I'm a celeb.
yeah,
and
it's me.
It's me. And I was like, I didn't do anything. I had sunglasses on. But shout out to her as well.
Yeah.
Shout
She's hilarious and was great at that show. And shout out to EJ Scott. He's actually a really, really funny improviser from like Chicago. And I think that's how they met. But yeah, that was an interesting practice group. But speaking of practice, Tyler, you practice music because you're a musician as well. You had a power pop band called Tyler and the Schnupps. Is that what it's called?
No, it was called Schnupp and the Pups.
Schnupp and the Pups.
Which
That's what
was,
it was.
and I'm gonna say it here. I didn't choose the name. That was somebody. It was a joke that stuck, and then I couldn't change it because it weirdly got a following in Europe.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
How does that work out? Did you go touring?
no, I did. I should have. It would have been nice. No, they some YouTube channel that does like lo-fi stuff posted it, and there are a lot of Europeans like it. So shout out to Europe, and but not shout out to the guy in Denmark who was like, "Can I put out some tapes for you?" And I was like, "Sure." And this is well before COVID because I did that project for a long time. And I was like, "Yeah, go for it." And then I checked in with him a couple months later, and I was like, "Hey, how are those tapes?" And he clearly didn't want to send me any. And he's like, "My whole family has been sick."
What? Oh God.
And then never heard from him again.
It's so crazy how often musicians and artists who are just trying to make it are like victims of being like conned.
Yeah.
Because my wife gets random shit like that too. It's like, hey, like a random tarot card person was like, I just did your tarot and I actually can help you with your career and all this shit. She even had like somebody be like, hey, can you write my kid a birthday song? His name is like Jim or something.
Yeah.
And she wrote the song and like sent it to him. It's like, cool. And then didn't give him she didn't get any money. Like she was promised like $100 for it and didn't get, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That's wild.
It's wild. Little kid named Jim? You never think of that.
Actually, I do think it was Tyler. I just didn't want to
really?
make you
No.
like big part of the story.
It's a child's name. Tyler is a child's name. That's
But Schnupp and the Pups.
Schnupp the Pups.
I had a band called Atom and the Electrons.
There
and
you
I
go.
think that's a sick ass fucking name.
That is, that's much better.
I never had a band. I'm not cool enough. I will say a little Nick and Tyler lore.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got synced up during the pandemic because we both worked on a musical album for comedian Joey Clift. Who did.
Right.
He was completing Sufjan Stevens'
Yes.
50 States project.
Yes.
Did you work on that too?
I did not heard about it though. I saw. Yeah.
So I saw Tyler's song from Schnupp and the Pups,
Yeah.
the Del Taco and Federal Way.
Yeah. Shout out
So
to the-
explain the project a little bit.
Yeah.
Explain it a little bit because this is
No.
there's so many wild things in this. So Sufjan Stevens was trying to do what?
He was trying to make, and this is for anybody who's not aware, he did the music for Call Me By Your Name, that movie.
Yes.
He
his
had
biggest credit to date.
he had said that he wanted to make a musical album celebrating each of the 50 states in the U.S.
Yes.
But I think he only did 2. So Joey said, I'm going to do the rest of them.
Yeah.
This was right at the start of the
pandemic,
pandemic.
yes.
So everybody was home.
Yes.
I think I did a couple tracks for him. I believe you know Dave Huntsaker, who is also a musician.
Who's also
What's his
he's in
band?
Neon Trees.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep, Neon Trees, which is great live. He is such a good guitarist.
Yeah,
Shout out Dave.
Dave's amazing.
But he and I were collaborating on a song for that, and then I saw Tyler's song and his song, the Del Taco and Federal Way. I used to go there because that's my hometown.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
This was the Washington album.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
Reaching out to you around then is kind of what led to the snowball that had us starting a podcast together.
I guess that
Nice.
is true.
So
yeah.
how do you go from Del Taco to video games?
Oh,
Actually, say no more. Actually, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there. Well, that's actually a perfect transition because you guys ready to talk about some wild things happening in the world?
absolutely.
Let's do it. It is a perfect transition because Taco Bell is opening a retirement community for adults called Live Moss.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aw.
Those poor people.
The poor plumbing, actually.
Yeah. I got a problem with Taco Bell in general just because I'm not a fan of goops.
You're not a fan of Goops?
No, I feel like Taco Bell's mostly goops, no?
Even Gwyneth?
I was gonna say, what about Gwyneth's Goofs?
Gwyneth's
Gwyneth's Goops.
goops are fine. I'm not eating those.
It is a bunch of goops. That is true.
It is true.
But that's why you just got to pick your order, because if you get an item at Taco Bell where every flavor and texture is essentially the same, no, I understand why you wouldn't like that. But if you get the Fritos burrito, there's a little crunch in there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
true. I
Doesn't
do
matter.
think it's ironic that they're calling it Live Moss, but because if you eat Taco Bell, you're gonna live a lot no moss.
Yeah, it's cruel to do to old people. That's elder abuse.
I mean, it does feel like if you walk into a Taco Bell, you're like, yeah, this has the same vibe as a retirement community. Like it's clearly trying to be fancy, but like they didn't put a lot of money into it. you know?
No, it's one step down from like a Denny's style diner.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So you're always gonna get some old people bopping around.
What's
in
your
there.
what's your go? Wait, were you gonna say something? Sorry, you were looking to camera like Jim, so I was wondering if you're.
Here's some good news. Remember that early pandemic?
Oh, Krasinski's, yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say my grandparents are in their 90s, and I'm thinking about sending them over here.
It's a 99-cent menu.
They would sub beans. My grandpa, at least, he doesn't really eat meat anymore. His teeth aren't strong enough.
Oh wow! So that's actually perfect for the
For the goops.
denture crowd, the goop crowd.
That's who needs goops,
That's
Tyler.
weird scoops.
Maybe that's why we do it.
I am looking at the article here, and
Uh-huh.
it says that it's inspired by senior living. This is a 2-day event, and it says people ages 21 or older. That's pretty young.
Yeah,
If they're really doing a retirement thing, I think it should be 70 plus.
yeah. These are Gen Alpha retirees, pretty much.
There's no millennial is retiring. That's it's
Yeah.
insulting.
No, we're not retiring at all.
No.
Okay, so let's read this. The Cantinas is a 2-day event inspired by senior living for people ages 21 or older. The weekend getaway will offer a taste of laid-back living, host low-impact activities, so attendees of different ages can experience a retirement lifestyle. So this is cosplaying for millennials' retirement.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's ironic because our retirements are so done that this Taco Bell is going to be the only thing we can afford at that age.
It's corporate
Yeah.
America.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know about that. It's getting expensive over there.
Taco Bell.
Yeah,
That
I
is
went-
true.
I went to the Bay with a band called Behavior. Shout out to Behavior.
Oh, okay.
We did a little day trip up there, and we went to a Taco Bell just on off the 5 somewhere. And I was like, I guess I'll try the grilled cheese burrito.
Mistake. Big mistake.
I think it was like a quesadilla burrito where it was like
Okay.
grilled and it was like there was cheese.
Quesarito.
Quesarito is
That's
what I
it.
got.
Okay.
And I order it and I say I'll have that, and she goes, okay, that'll be $15.
No.
And I was like, are you sure?
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Biden.
Thank you, Biden. And then I was like, is that right? And she so smugly went, mm-hmm.
Oh no, $15.
It was
No
a
meat?
lot of
Just cheese.
no, there was meat in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is it used to be a secret menu item for a long time. I think it may be still secret at Chipotle. It's a quesadilla. So 2 layers of tortilla, cheese in between, but then on top of it, they put the toppings and roll it into a burrito.
Oh wow.
So it is a quesadilla and a burrito at the same time.
And this was what your song was about for the Sufjan Stevens thing?
The Taco Bell in Federal Way.
It's truly crazy.
I will say quickly, the song that I actually made with Dave was about Dick's Drive-In, which is a Seattle institution, Dick's
Oh.
Burgers,
Yeah.
and very funny name.
Dick's
Yeah.
Drive-In.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I believe Macklemore did a music video in front of one.
Oh.
He did. Yeah.
And I know that because they were filming while I was at work across the street.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Where did you work? What was that?
This was a vegan metal bar across the street called
Fuck yeah.
the High Line. It's a pretty cool spot. It's not there
Yeah.
anymore, but
Vegan metal bar.
yeah.
So the bats that they ate were actually were tofu.
It was, that would have been a really good special.
That would have been good. That's a good one.
That's a really good one. No, they had drinks called like the High on Fire, and you're sort of like, oh, High on Fire's fine. I shout out the High on Fire.
Love it. Well, speaking of animals trying to eat each other, I wanted to do a perfect transition here, but we usually try to do a story that makes me scared for going outside. And this one is pretty crazy. A wild video shows coyotes chasing a bear in Burbank neighborhood. And actually, this is pretty fucking crazy. So let's watch this shit real quick.
Seen coyotes on your front lawn, and if you live near the foothills, a bear. But in a wild scene caught on camera in Burbank, how about coyotes chasing a bear? Our Leo Stallworth takes a deep dive into a real-life wild kingdom.
Like other residents in the area, Barbara Curran saying she's used to seeing coyotes roam the neighborhood, but not bears.
I was really excited to see him on the ring.
In the hills of Burbank off of Elmwood Avenue, residents capturing ring camera video of coyotes chasing a bear.
Oh,
Our neighbor actually quite a while ago had captured a mountain lion on their ring camera, which was pretty spectacular then. But when I saw the bear, I got really excited because we had heard that he was in the area, and just seeing him just made me feel like a little girl again.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've heard of coyotes in LA. They're all over the place. They're down here all the time in Pasadena.
Oh yeah,
A
they're
bear
like-
though.
Yeah, these coyotes are heroes, frankly, because they're
This
not.
is our hood. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Coyotes hood too. We respect the coyotes. At least I do.
Do we?
I do. I love them. I love these guys because they don't hurt people.
They do. They do not. Yeah, you're right.
There's like
Yeah.
one ever recorded attack, and may have been years ago.
Yeah, it's because they're scavengers. Yeah.
And they
I
rock.
bit him.
The coyote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They got the story wrong.
No, I'll stick up from. Some people say coyote ugly. I think they're cute.
Coyote cuties.
Coyote cuties. They do. I live in Echo Park. It's like sort of tucked away, and there's a coyote pack that hangs out in sort of just a abandoned yard. And they're just chilling there all day.
Really?
I'll be like, what's up? And
No
they'll,
way. They're just like a little they have their own little lot that they have.
It rocks.
That's their den.
And I say, what's up? Every afternoon.
Do they say anything back to you?
They do. I like to think they give me a head nod because they do look, and then they just go back to doing their business.
Do you think they think of you as the gentrifier, or do you think they're the gentrifiers? Nick,
They were there first.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I have cheap rent, so I ain't leaving.
Let's go. Oh wait, what if we were at the the town hall for your neighborhood right now.
Uh-huh.
And we go to that neighborhood town hall. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I understand we've having some issues here with some wildlife. We actually we're taking public comment, so feel free if anybody have any opinions about this. We're happy to hear you guys out.
How?
Oh wait! Oh my gosh! Isn't that the coyote that lives in the lot right there?
Yep, yep.
Oh, yep. Okay. Well, welcome to our town. Thank you so much for coming here. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, don't get too close. Don't get too close. You have 30 more seconds on the mic. I see that you brought your entire pups, all of your family here.
Whoop whoop. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
the debate. This one's a Republican. Afraid of vaccines. Like it's holding a spoon against its shoulder.
Joe Brandon.
Joe
Brandon.
Oh, and we're out of that. Oh, that's a very
Wow.
fruitful town hall meeting. I feel like
Felt really at home.
El Jefe would be proud.
Oh gosh, what if you think coyotes are anti-vaccine, right? Because
Yeah.
They're pretty dirty looking.
yeah,
They look a little mangy sometimes,
Right. The classic signs of an anti-vaxxer.
dirty and mangy. That's actually pretty true, though. To be honest,
Yeah.
how would you react if you saw a coyote chasing a bear in your neighborhood?
Well, it's interesting. I want to describe, if anyone's listening, we have
yes.
This is not like a Kodiak grizzly bear. This looks like a little black bear.
A little black bear.
Almost looked like a bear cub to me.
Kind of cubby. Yeah.
Not that much bigger than the coyotes.
Yes.
Have I ever?
Could be huge coyotes, though.
Could be.
True.
They do get pretty big, and
Yeah.
they at least take massive shits. It's disgusting. I was almost attacked by a bear. Have I ever told you that?
No.
Yeah, I was almost attacked by a bear. I was in Boy Scouts, very young, and we went to Yosemite.
Okay, you just went somewhere when you said Boy Scouts very young. Is this triggering for you at
Yes.
all? Okay.
They were all Catholic, and I was half Jewish, and they were like, "We do not like this kid."
Oh no!
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So they didn't really like me. I didn't earn a single badge.
Really?
Yeah. They were like, "No."
You didn't? Did you try to earn one? Or
Yes.
and they would say you didn't earn it.
They were like, one of the scoutmasters at one point was like, "Do you not have any badges?" I was like, "No." He goes, "All right, we'll fix that." And he was like, "Tie a knot." And I was like, well, "Nobody showed me." And then he's like, "Here, you just do it like this." And then he
Yes.
tied it for me.
Yeah.
He's like, "We'll get you one when we get back." Never gave me one.
That's
Wow.
fucking crazy. Okay, continue. Because a small pin in that.
Yeah.
It is literally so easy to get a badge.
Yeah.
Like all you have to do is like say you did it at home and then tell them, and then they're like, "Cool, here's your badge."
Yeah. The guy literally did it for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds like you didn't earn it.
Anyways, the
So you're attacked. You're Boy Scouts almost attacked by a bear.
everybody in the camp, it's like I had a bunkmate friend of mine. He wakes me up in the middle of the night. There is a bear. A bear has gotten into our tent and is now like playing with my feet.
In your tent.
Yeah, like you can see it.
Playing with your feet
He was sniffing my feet
with his little snoot?
with his snoot.
No
Oh.
way. And were they exposed out of the sleeping bag?
They were not.
Okay.
So what my friend did was he cut a
So
hole.
you're your own little quesarito in a way.
I guess I was. Jeez. I was grub master.
He was
this
about to
time.
make you a quesarito, bro.
He was,
Yeah.
and I was grub master this trip. Nobody liked my food. They didn't like the pickles I brought.
You're bringing all the kosher stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Why is there no bacon here?
they were so bad. I was half Jewish. So he cuts a hole in the back of the tent.
Uh-huh.
We sort of like shift out, very whatever. And a guy had just come the night before.
I'm sorry. So you're skipping over so many emotional details here.
Yeah.
So wait, you cut a hole. You
Yes.
saw it, and you had the instinct to be like, "Where's my buck knife?"
Well, my friend did. I would never do this.
Okay.
What were you doing? You were just sitting there petrified.
Petrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, just laying there.
Yeah.
And he cuts a hole in the back of the tent. Guy had just told us how to get rid of a bear, which is you get really big and then bang pots and pans or whatever.
Right,
It'd be
right.
loud. We both slide out, and he's like, he grabs some pots and pans. He's like, "Let me get on your shoulders." And I was like, "Sure." I was a little chubby.
This is
And-
crazy.
He bangs pots and pans. Bear runs away. We have now woken up the whole camp, and everybody is like, "What's going on?" We're like, "There's a bear outside." And one of the counselors went, shut up, go to sleep.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They hated you,
They
dude.
did not like me. And
you know what's crazy is like if it was like since they just taught you how to be like to beat a black bear, actually just it's like one of the scoutmasters being trying to like trick you like a Arrested Development. It's like this is why you should always hang your trash bags up in the tree.
Yes. So bear runs away, then it charges back at us. And so we have to scramble and do it again. So now and then it fully ran away. We wake up the next morning. One of the camp counselors sits us down. He goes, you guys are going to have to pay for that tent.
What?
Yeah. And it was like, what do you mean?
That is so messed up.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. People hate children.
They really hated your food.
They didn't.
So I also
I won't apologize for those pickles.
Just to get the right order of this, you cut a hole, you get on, your friend gets on top of your shoulders, bang pots and pans.
Yep.
Bear runs away.
Yeah.
Then you're told to shut up.
Yes.
Then bear comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Bear come back after
back.
told shut up.
Bear come back.
And then what happened? What happened? How did you go away after the second time?
It the same thing, just bang the pots and pans.
And were they still telling you to shut the fuck up? Or?
Oh yeah. Everyone was pissed because we woke them up, even though we were
about to die. Oh my gosh. All right. Knowing what you do now, what would you do to change that scene?
Well, I'd bring a bunch of coyotes.
Yip, yip. So we go back to that scene.
Okay.
I'm on top of your shoulders.
Sure.
Right? You're you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Get out of here, bear. Get out of here. Get out. Because the bear. Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's not working. I think we need to bring in the reinforcements.
Yip, yip, yip. Yip, 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 yip.
Hey, shut up out there.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh, they're yelling at us. I told you not to bring those pickles.
Oh, I got diarrhea from all the quesaritos Tyler made. Oh.
Shut up. I'm trying to take a shit over here. This isn't working. The bear's still coming back.
Oy vey.
What was that? Who said that? Who said that?
I think you fixed it. Way to relive your childhood trauma there, and you fixed it for sure.
It's important to rewrite history, I always say.
Yeah, we're real Quentin Tarantinos here.
For sure. I'm used to hiking in Washington where the rules of trying to get big to scare a bear away very much instilled for me. Never seen one on a trail, mountain lions neither. But on the note of bears, a friend of mine who I went to middle school with.
This big gay friend of mine.
Yeah. A friend I went to middle school with in Washington State now lives in LA and was voted last year's best bear in LA.
No way.
Yes.
That's wild.
Marquise Honey Bear. Shout out.
Marquise, let's look this dude up. Let's be our own judges if he's the best bear.
There he is.
Oh my goodness.
That is him.
Damn.
That's a honey bear if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for him.
Damn.
Good for him.
Sick neon zebra outfit.
And he's a comic?
I don't know.
Or he's doing something.
We're friends on LinkedIn.
Maybe he's podcasting.
Yeah, he's podcasting. That's great. Well, it all comes full circle here. Speaking of bears, let's talk about MrBeast. So very recently, he has he's been getting a lot of flack. Nick brought this up earlier.
Yeah.
Tyler, have you heard about any of this?
I haven't heard anything.
Not. You know who MrBeast is?
Jimmy?
James? James?
So I will admit, I don't know all the details of this. I've been following it a bit. Initially, the controversy was something that one of MrBeast's co-hosts on his podcast said to minors. Creepy stuff.
Oh,
That's
yes.
not the fun stuff that we're about to talk about.
Yes.
Okay.
The fun stuff actually is that, well, the fun stuff, quote unquote, is apparently it's recently come to people are accusing MrBeast of breaking the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
And are you familiar with the Geneva Convention? You're obviously have a lot of fans in Europe and Sweden, apparently.
Denmark, thank you.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry about that.
I'm familiar.
Is Geneva in Switzerland? I'm sorry.
It is.
Third try, but we got there.
Yeah.
We have fans in Denmark, but Geneva's in Switzerland.
But Geneva, you know, I didn't check the listener count there, so we don't know.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. What about Reactivators? Is it big in Sweden? Do you know? You could say yes.
Yeah, sure. Biggest podcast.
We used to know some of the foreign stuff. We don't know as much anymore.
We had some German for a while. UK, Canada.
Yeah. Australia.
Nice.
Tyler has got beef with Australia though.
I'm coming off my beef with Australia.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we used to hate it.
Taking
there.
the shrimp off the Barbie, if you will.
They call them prawns. I lived there for like a month and a half, basically,
Okay.
with an ex-girlfriend.
Were you exes when you lived with her, or are you're exes now and you live?
We're
with all
exes now, and we were dating at the time.
Okay. And is it part of it that you're like hang up with Australia because of your relationship?
My hang up with Australia is that they hated me when I was there. Every single person hated me. So that's more of my beef.
Who is this Yank, mate?
He keeps
Yeah.
bringing pickles.
Yes,
for all this kosher food everywhere.
they've never seen a half Jewish person in their life.
That's actually probably true.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how many Jewish people are there. Shout out in the comments if you're Jewish in Australia.
Yeah.
I will
I'd love
say
to
for
know.
this MrBeast story, my understanding is that they did a video, this solitary confinement stunt. He does a lot of
Yes.
stunt videos.
Yes.
Where he'll get a lot of people together. This one, they had one guy. The offer was $300,000 if you stay in this room without leaving.
Right.
But what they did is they put all the lights on, so he could never, like, if he closed his eyes, there would still be light, so he couldn't actually sleep.
Yes.
So it was like sleep deprivation too.
Yes.
And then when they finally let him out, they only paid him a third of the money.
Oh.
Yes. So, and also the guy is a writer. You know how they say, so let's just dive into this. The guy was also a writer, and there's a lot of allegations. First off, a lot of allegations of all of his videos kind of being fake, and how the money actually goes to people he works for or that work for him and all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is part 2 of a new expose that's been coming out. But here we go. So MrBeast is the biggest YouTube star in the world, but his empire took a hit in recent weeks with serious allegations of sexual misconduct, which we talked about, mistreatment of contestants. Apparently, the Amazon show right now is not doing well. He's about to have an Amazon show.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of the people there are like they have to sign NDAs. They're trying to get paid off so they don't sue right now. And now the Geneva Convention violations, apparently. Again, Geneva Conventions is how you don't treat terrorists and stuff like that.
Right.
But a video uploaded last night by a former MrBeast employee who goes by Dog Pack 404. All right. What a wild ward we're in.
It's so funny now that most news things are like going off of people's goofy screen names.
yeah, it's true.
It's screen names. That's how old I am.
Yeah, I mean your usernames, screen names.
We're talking about a guy who's referred to as MrBeast right now.
That's
true. And Jimmy, documents of harrowing conditions of a second former MrBeast employee went through in a solitary confinement challenge video, like you were saying. The types of videos are a staple of MrBeast's channel, but the experience of Jake Weddell details is an account of sleep deprivation, which usually doesn't make the final cut. Day number 5. I mean, these videos are so funny because, like, he's not this ripped. Let's just be honest with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, this is the biggest atrocity is his Photoshop. Like, stop this.
It's
We liked you when you were, like, kind of chubby and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I loved him when he was chubby.
He was funnier.
He was funnier. Okay, so this is I worked, and he's a sociopath. So this is actually the video here.
I'm hungry. All right, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist.
So this
could
is
do-
the guy.
I'm in a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a
starting from the when he was a little bit bigger to now the Photoshop.
I have a little bit of insight into this world because a few years back I interviewed for a Saudi Arabian YouTube channel to be their I don't even remember what the position was, but it
golf
was
correspondent.
They might have called it producer or something.
Okay.
The idea was doing the setup for this kind of video.
Right.
These big event things
Yes.
where it'd be like, we want a bunch of people in a football field and they have giant inflatable balls.
Yes.
And they were going to pay me close to nothing for this channel that had millions of views.
So crazy.
And I asked, well, what do I do about actually working through the logistics, because everyone was remote in Saudi Arabia, and they said, well, that's your job. Figure it out. And that's all I think of when I see these videos now.
Yes.
I think these people, it sounds like they're getting underpaid behind the scenes and then on camera as well.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason MrBeast is being called out so much is because he's historically the most charitable YouTuber.
Yes.
So many of his videos are giving people money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it sounds like maybe not the case.
He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine?
Sorry, he's got a shirt that says poop.org.
That's not even a joke. He does. It's hilarious. Why would you wear that for this interview?
It's tough because it's like he's also crying.
He's crying right now.
This
This is actually such a sad interview
yeah.
because he talks about. Oh, Tyler, wait, what you really knocked it out of the park with that one.
So good for the camera if you could. Oh, it made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much. Everybody loves Jimmy, and behind closed doors, he is not super great, and that image is cultivated.
Also, notably, he said the lights never shut off despite
Yes.
him making requests, as well as complaints that he couldn't sleep.
I had good people looking out
There we
for
go.
me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the
Cameraman just looked right at his shirt.
It is the most distracting thing I've ever seen. in the game.
lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Sleep deprivation to be a form of
Oh.
torture or war crime.
Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
May I just say, in the last couple of years, I became a sleep mask guy. Changed my life.
Yeah, you think that would have saved him?
It might have helped.
So you're saying what is suggested is maybe doing some sort of sleep mask on this. What do you have any suggestions for him to how maybe handle this situation now or currently?
Yeah, you know what I do, and I think this could work for this man. I like to throw an anime because I don't speak Japanese, and you can't really like focus on the language,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not focused on anything. And there's something warm going on in the background. Sometimes they're screaming, but you know,
Wait, are you talking about on the show and just not in the room?
yes,
You're talking
yeah,
about
I'm not screaming in my sleep,
Okay,
but
are you watching the dubbed or is it? Or sorry, not dubbed, subbed.
subbed.
Okay,
I'm watching subbed because I don't
Okay.
speak Japanese, and out like a light every time.
Have you just tried reading?
the subtitles?
Well, it sounds like you're just falling asleep because you're reading, not because of the.
I'm just listening.
You're not even looking at the screen. You're watching it subbed, but you're just listening to
Are you-
dialogue in Japanese, but not understanding it.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure because it was confusing.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just. It sounds like because when I'm in bed and I
Yeah.
read, I'll start falling asleep. I
Sure.
merely make it a page. You're saying you turn on like Naruto. What do you turn on? Are you any suggestions?
I wouldn't do Naruto. This
You're
is-
like,
I was.
I would.
Yes, Nick would. That's our difference in age. I think. I was a little. I just missed the Naruto stuff.
As well.
So I'll throw on. Ranma 1/2.
Help my daughter is beautiful. Have you seen that one?
I've
Heard about that?
Sounds like an anime.
Tell us.
Help my little sister can't be this cute. Is the name? Is that what you throw on?
I wouldn't mind it. I'd certainly like to see what it's talking about.
Okay. All right.
Yes, again, not paying attention to it. It's the
vibe.
It's the vibe.
Now, these are not one of those ones where there's like monsters and destroying stuff. Or you're talking about like one of those like animes that's supposed to be comedy.
I'll do that. It depends on what I'm in the mood for.
Okay.
You know?
Naruto is funny.
I don't deny that. I've never really watched it.
So
His master is like a giant. He's friends with toads, and like they look into women's spas. That is an actual part of it.
that's so crazy.
It's weird. There's a lot of pervertry, especially from old men in anime.
Yeah, that's
It's
a trope.
it's a art form for creepy older men for the most part. And and who a little thumb over there.
It's interesting though, because for all the talk about him, I feel like we haven't seen that much of how personally he's bad. There's a lot of people in his orbit who are getting in trouble. There's a lot of the video production side that's getting in trouble. But MrBeast, I don't know if we have a smoking gun on him yet.
Yeah, we need was it David O'Hare on the set of oh boy.
Oh, David O. Russell.
David O. Russell.
The director screaming at somebody.
Screaming at I feel like her name is Catherine. It was on Hudsuckers. No, wait.
I'm sorry. It does feel like I am having a stroke.
This is the director of Silver Linings Playbook. He did American Hustle. He's notoriously very angry on set, and he screamed at somebody. Adam's pulling up the details of it. David O. Russell.
We need a David O. Russell at Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
This actually is pretty fucking crazy. Like could you imagine this is
photos of yourself? See, it's harder actually to pick it up from the damn desk. Okay. You were planning.
Take a beat and please set it.
You can put the fucking thing down. You can put the folder down for a second to use both hands.
Yeah. And take your legs off the desk and a whole bunch of other stuff.
It says you gotta keep it. You can take your legs down.
We can find. Okay, for Christ's sake, let's just take it one fucking line at a time instead of changing everything. It's very difficult to even create what you're going to do.
I do feel like
it's constant barrage.
This is a little
changes,
abrasive for Lily. I will say this.
Do it a different way. Do it a different way. Don't get me started.
What?
Fuck you! I'm just trying to fucking help you. Do you understand me?
No, you're not.
I'm being a fucking collaborator. I was trying to help you figure out the fucking picture. Hey, bitch, I'm not here to be fucking yelled at. I worked on this fucking thing for 3 fucking years, not to have some fucking yell at me in front of the fucking crew when I'm trying to fucking help you, bitch. Figure it out yourself.
Well, I have to figure it out.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
Good. Why don't you fuck your whole movie? Why don't you fuck your whole movie? Because that's what you're doing. We better get some insurance against the director.
And that's MrBeast?
That was actually so intense.
Yeah, it was really intense.
It's interesting because we're definitely starting mid-conversation there.
Yes.
And then there's that cut and he's screaming. I just can't figure out how he could possibly go from being how he was to that angry.
I do. I can. I was like, I could feel him like grinding his teeth, like, no, I'm on the job. And then finally something just triggered him. No. And he went fucking like, all right, I'm done playing nice. You're actually, because she was kind of acting like an asshole, right? Not saying she deserved this.
No. Yeah, she was clearly angry as well. I'm sure it was like, that set seemed like a mess.
Yeah, it was a little testy. For a scene where she's just got her feet up on a desk in a schoolroom, it doesn't feel like it's that big a deal to choreograph that.
Have you seen I Heart Huckabees? Because it's actually a delight to watch. It's so fucking wild.
Is that what this movie is?
This movie, I Heart Huckabees is such a it's a little jaunty indie movie that's just like, existentialism and shit like that. It's not like an intense movie by any means.
Right.
Yeah, like imagine MrBeast is in a fucking all right, everybody, we're about to do this. Who's about to do Squid Game? We're fucking down.
Yeah.
Lily Tomlin, welcome to the set.
Yeah.
Lily Tomlin, welcome to the set. You just want to put on, feel free. I'm noticing you're actually having some trouble with your with the blocking here. Let's just cut for a second. Everybody, are you good? I just want to check with you, Lily.
Yeah, sorry. There's a line here that says you want me to say
you fucking
Sorry, Lily, we're changing that line.
Well, it seems to be changing all the...
Hey! This is... I'm sorry. I'm MrBeast. Look at me. Look at me. I'm MrBeast. You're Lily Tomlin. You haven't been on the fucking TV since I Heart Huckabees. Okay. Do your damn line.
I'm just saying it's changed quite a bit. You want me to say I'm grateful to be in the movie?
Be in the movie. You're not. This is YouTube.
And action.
All right, everybody. So we're everybody's here. We're actually at we're about to do Squint Game. Lily Tomlin's here. Shout out to Lily, everybody. Lily, why don't you give some of your credits? I'm trying to fucking help you.
Okay. I just you just want me to.
You know how hard it is. I'm the nice guy, and everybody's accusing me of breaking the Geneva Convention. Oh, the Geneva Convention. Well, what has Geneva ever done for me?
Okay, quick cut. Everybody, let's chill out. I'm going to give you each MrBeast bar. Just take a little snack. You know, a little sugar high.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. This taste. Okay, and actually, let's take a little B-roll of Lily eating this and enjoying it. Tell us how. Hey, all right, Lily's eating MrBeast bar. Lily, how do you like it?
It tastes like Parmesan.
MrBeast, you gotta let her just talk like a little bit.
My wife is probably being like, "What's he doing in there?" Right now?
Did something happen? Did they trigger him?
Well, to be honest, it happens at most people's houses. Tyler visits.
Yeah. This is me reacting to the pickles you brought over to my house.
Yeah, I'm cursed, I guess.
Hey, man, thank you so much for letting me yell at you.
Oh, no problem.
But why don't we, speaking of yelling, let's go ahead and let's move on to this next segment called Wild Card. Essentially, Wild Card is we're going to choose some questions in this card. Everyone has a little question in here.
All right.
And we're going to answer it. Tell us a little bit about your lives. Hopefully some wild out there. I'll go first.
All right.
If you were a therapist, would you sleep with your patients?
Could we just tweak that a little bit?
Sure.
If you were an improv teacher,
would you sleep with your patient?
Would I sleep with my improv patients? I mean, this is such an interesting question because it's like I'm supposed to say no, right?
I think the professionalism.
Yeah.
There's a power dynamic.
Yeah, there's a weird yes.
To me, the answer is no.
Yes.
To me,
the answer is would I? They would have to be. Yeah, imagine like you're like in this like I'm just so lonely, and it's like sucks because my last boyfriend like he said I sucked dick too good.
Yeah, it's like oh wow. That sucks.
That's so bad for you.
That's what a therapist says. That sucks.
I had a therapist call me dude one time, and I exited the meeting.
Oh, really?
Oof. That's weird.
Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, sorry. I got a phone call. Never go back.
Weird.
Dude.
Tyler.
Yes, please. Thank you. All right. Would you rather know when you're going to die than how you're going to die? You know, probably when would be easier for me. I would be a little too hung up on how.
Yeah.
I sort of don't want to know that.
Yeah.
When is, I think, pretty fun.
Yeah?
I don't know. I think so. Just to give you a timeline I like a schedule, you know, I don't mind a schedule. If I know what I have to do, you know, much easier for me than knowing, just preparing. It's like preparing for
for it to happen.
Yeah. I
wouldn't want to know when. I'd like to know how, because then I could prepare for it. Like I would want it to be if I'm gonna die regardless, right?
Right.
But if I can make it the most epic death possible, so just practice. If I'm dying in a sword fight, I'm gonna learn how to sword fight.
Wow,
amazingly.
But I mean, you could die in the practice. Wouldn't be that great.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
I die
monkey's
immediately.
paw.
Monkey's paw.
Because I've done this thought experiment. I've never thought about how, but I've always thought about what if I could ask when. And my fear is that the answer is like tomorrow.
Of course, yeah. That's always
you wouldn't want to know if it's tomorrow.
No.
It's like right now.
Yeah.
I
want to know if it's 20 plus years.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, Nick.
Okay. Have you ever taken a call or texted during sex? Sex? You guys are laughing too much.
It was your delivery.
Yeah, you
That's what we're laughing
Yeah,
at.
you really drove it home there.
answer no.
Yeah. Could you imagine texting? Just being like, maybe I think it would potentially be easier if you're not very active in the situation.
It's too rude.
It is too rude. I don't know if I want to admit this, but I did take a call in mid one.
Really?
Yes, one time.
I think that might have happened.
Yeah, it's
for me as
not
well.
my proudest moment, and it was embarrassing for me in hindsight. Because it's like you answer because it's like, oh, my phone's ringing again. I gotta pick it up. That's sort of what was going through my mind.
Not relatable, that part.
Yeah.
You're like, it was more of like a Pavlov's dog while you were doing doggy style.
Yeah, it was like 1 sec, and then but didn't stop. So it was a little. I feel bad about it.
But yeah, no, I don't want to shame you. I've done. I feel like it's happened where it's like a phone call has happened. Ignored it, and I call, and then it calls again, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? And then I check.
Yeah,
right. That's relatable.
Yes,
the text
not answering during.
They'd be like, hold on, like that's pretty bad.
Don't prioritize the phone. I think is her answer. I will say, when I was in high school, one of my first bits with my friends was anytime someone took a call from their parent. In the background,
yes.
Come back to bed.
Yeah.
Put your pants back on.
That's pretty classic. That's
funny,
classic.
right? I might bring that back.
Have you guys ever had sex while on the phone?
Well, again, I did.
Like trying to hide it.
Oh,
like a secret. Hey, don't keep it down.
Have I? I don't know.
No.
No.
Not daring. It's not your. What'd you say?
Sex?
His classic bit.
I'll take that. All right. Let's do another one here.
That was wild.
Did you regret your career choice? Do you regret your career choice? Do I regret it? You know, I recently quit my job to kind of pursue podcasting and comedy a little bit more. And thank you for the salute. I do regret kind of not prioritizing myself. Like I was a producer for many years, so I was like helping other people essentially be famous.
Yeah.
And I think it took me a long time to realize, like, kind of take the wheel of my own life.
Yeah.
I saw a Fall Guy last night.
You like this one?
The game or the movie?
The movie.
Okay.
The movie. I saw, and he has this great line where it's like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I've been in the shadows too long, and as a stuntman, and I need to step in front of the camera and grab the wheel of my own career. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of me. I've kind of been the stunt man behind the scenes making other people look good, and I kind of want to do that. So thanks
for
Guy.
that, by the way. You're making us look great.
You're
right
making
now.
us look real
Appreciate
good.
you. So.
Yeah. Wait, why?
Oh, sorry. You didn't mean like in this moment right now. You want to stop being the stuntman? You meant like in life. I thought you just were laying us up to look good.
Yeah. I'm the
And
stuntman
thank you for it.
and make you guys look good. Yes.
I worked I always wanted to work in film ever since I was a kid. I want to be a director. Then I want to be kind of a writer. And then I started working at a social impact focused production company.
Oh, cool.
Participant Media, making documentaries. It was great. And then the entire company closed down.
Oh.
And so I don't feel like I regret my career choice, but I do feel like my career choice rejected me.
I was going to say regrets you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to laugh at that, actually.
Oh, it's funny.
You just did one of those like classic, like one of them fake wisdom sentences where you say a word and then you just change the sentence to make it seem like poignant. Like everything is poignant, but poignant isn't everything.
Dang, that's deep.
Dang.
That's like literally like the trick to sound like super wise.
Yeah.
Like I'm wise, but wise is not I.
Yeah.
Wise is not I.
You know what I mean?
Is not
it's
I.
just an easy way to make it sound. Here, you try one.
Okay. When the phone rings, you answer. But who answers when you ring the phone?
That's so. I think that's almost. Yeah, Nick.
Phone rings, you answer, but who answers when you ring? But you answer the phone. I'm just trying to get the math of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sounded quite smart, so
I'm unburdened by what has been.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember the full quote. But because what it has been has unburdened me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's literally just that. Okay, Tyler, why don't you hit this one? Hit this bad boy.
All right. An ad company offers you $25,000 to use your face on a nationwide herpes medication ad. Would you accept? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a friend.
$25,000?
Yeah. $25,000.
$2,000.
You would do it for two.
200.
$25,000. Yeah, absolutely. I would. I had a friend who he was tattooed like his entire body. So like face tats, like he was very into body mods. He sharpened his own teeth to make them look like shark teeth.
That sort of. He sounds cool.
He's badass. Shout out to Brad.
His name is Brad.
His name's Brad.
Okay, I regret saying he's bad.
No, he's
he can't be
badass.
badass. I guess. Okay.
Oh, he's also a bouncer. So watch your head.
Ooh, I'd be scared.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He did this for a commercial that was like make some mistakes, and he is like featured as like, you know, face tat guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, fuck, they're gonna give me money, of course.
Yeah.
You know, like what do I care?
Yeah.
Nobody remembers this commercial.
That's
except
true.
For me,
Yeah.
You know, because my friend got paid.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like $25,000 is kind of cheap though for a national. Like we work in Hollywood. I think that's kind of cheap for a national commercial.
It's because every commercial audition I get, they say non-union. Doesn't matter how big the brand is.
Yes.
They try whatever they can to pay you nothing. So
Yes.
25,000 is sounding pretty good to me. Right?
yeah, sounds really nice.
I think that I would do it because I don't think people would actually remember you as the herpes guy. If it's a picture, if it's a commercial, it might be a little bit different. If you have screen time where you're talking about it, if it's one of those before or after. When I first got herpes, it really messed up my life. But now I got paid.
There it is. Yeah.
Everybody's got herpes. I don't mind.
That's true. Face herpes or mouth herpes.
That's right.
I got to create your own question. Is that what? Do I do that?
Yeah. Well, you create your own.
Me?
Yeah.
Who would you rather be in a MrBeast video with? One brown bear or a pack of coyotes?
Okay. Coyotes.
If
really?
I think I would be a brown bear.
Wow.
Because that would be a lot of views. I think a coyote would be like, who gives a shit?
Sorry, the addendum, you will be in the sleep deprivation room locked in with the animal or animals.
Yeah, it's coyotes all the way.
And then on the outside, it's a woman deciding if they want to enter the room, which room they want to be in, because it's a bear, a guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and if there's both in there, what do you do?
It's ultra scary.
Yeah,
for them. I think I'd still do bear because again, it's a real. It's going to be a lot of good views. I'll be a millionaire probably if I survive.
Maybe. Yeah, brown bear will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you got to really worry about.
The bear gets sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
I think that I would pick the bear. I'm going back and forth in a little bit, but the question said a pack of coyotes, and I do think coyotes in numbers are way scarier than a singular.
The question that you made up and you pretended to read.
Yeah, that's what it says on the card. But with a bear, if I'm stuck in a room with it, there's just one thing to worry about. I can try to get up high and make myself big all the time. And I don't need to sleep at that point. It's going to keep me up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. I'm assuming it's got to sleep eventually.
They hibernate.
They do hibernate, but it's going to be hard. They're going to be real cranky because the lights won't be off.
I think it's less about sleeping hibernation.
Huh?
Yeah. I think it's like they're still awake. Like they still wake up and do stuff.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, they're like, they eat so much so they don't have to hunt when it's cold out.
I guess that I always wondered. It's like, so they just sleep for like 2 months?
No,
they just
chill.
They become a gamer for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Essentially
like we all
don't leave their room.
That actually makes a lot more sense than what I always imagined. That they just sleep forever.
Yeah, holy shit.
They're awake.
That makes actually a lot of sense. Well, we learned something today. I'll take that. Thank you so much for playing Wild Card, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And ladies and gentlemen, I mean Tyler and Nick. All right, we are coming to a close here. We're going to end the show like we always do with a little game called The Wild Wheel. On here is 4 segments that we have prepared that we play at the end of the show. Whatever it lands, we play that segment. Okay.
Sounds good.
Now we do. This has never happened before. There's 2 guests. Usually, I have the guest spin. So you guys have the choice to spin together with as if you were some sort of Wonder Twin sort of situation, or you could vote on who chooses to spin.
How about I do it because I'm closer?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, and just so you know, it's a little spring, so give it a good whirl.
I can go this way, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay. That seems. This is my favorite one. It's Wild Thing, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow,
that was it.
Yeah,
I did. Well, I didn't. I didn't spin it much.
Wild Thing. All right, this one is a trivia game based off of the 1998 film called Wild Things. The question is: this movie featured one of the first on-screen threesomes in cinema history, starring Matt Dillon, Denise Richards, and the girl from Scream. What
Drew
movie
Barrymore?
is it?
Or what's her name? The other one. Wait a minute. What's the question?
What movie? What movie?
So this game,
Right.
what movie is this? And again, this is the category is called Wild Things. This trivia game is based off of the movie Wild Things. What movie features a on-screen threesome featuring Denise Richards, Matt Dillon, and what's her name from Scream?
It does depend on which one. We're talking about the main lady, right?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting the name of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's her name?
Again, this movie is
think right now.
the trivia game is based off of the movie Wild Things. The category is called Wild Things. What's the movie that features a threesome?
It's not Wild at Heart. What could it be? Nick's more of a movie buff.
Yeah, yeah.
I am, and I'm drawing a little bit of a blank, but I feel like I can get it, but I'm missing some information that would.
Okay. Would it be helpful to Google that woman's name? We can look it up.
Yeah.
Google Scream.
Scream. It's driving me crazy that I can't. No, I'm sure the listeners are so mad.
Yeah.
Scream. Her name is Neve Campbell.
Neve Campbell. I was thinking Naomi Campbell
Yes.
this whole time.
Yeah, Neve Campbell.
Neve Campbell.
And this movie features Neve Campbell, Denise Richards, and Matt Dillon.
I'm just taking a swing. Is it Fatal Attraction?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Would you like to take a random guess? Again, I'm just before you go, and you guys can team up on again. This is based off of the movie Wild Things, and the question is, what movie features a threesome on screen with Matt Dillon, maybe
Matt Dillon or
Matt Dillon, Denise Richards, and Neve Campbell?
Ooh. What the hell?
I think I know what it is.
Okay, well, you can say it.
You can whisper it to him. You can't say it on mic. You have to.
Is it Wild Things?
It is Wild Things, ladies and gentlemen. That is the longest that game has ever played.
Wow.
I thought you guys were doing a bit. The game is Wild Things. The and the answer is Wild Things.
Wow.
It makes sense when you phrase it that way.
Yeah.
I said it so many times.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Huh.
Oh gosh. I feel like I got one on you. And
you did.
Yeah.
you did.
I'm really sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe to build some camaraderie, we'll play a quick game of Wild Guess.
Okay.
Okay. Which is the improv game Mind Meld. You guys ever played it with all three people at the same time?
Oh yeah.
It's been a while, but yes.
All right. We're gonna play a quick game of that, and then we're gonna go. So everybody pick 3 words. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1.
Coyote. What was yours?
Candy.
Candy. Lie.
Coyote.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Picnic.
Feast.
Beast.
Beast. Picnic. Thief.
Oh,
hold on.
There's only one of those.
Oh, God damn it. What is it? Okay. Wait, no, that's not the right one. Holy shit. I am blanking on the name. Oh, no.
You don't remember his name?
Oh, God. I don't remember the name. I'm totally fucking this up. I can even say the impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, boo boo.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
I guess we got to do this. This sucks. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Neve Campbell.
Wow.
Nev Campbell.
What'd you say?
I said bear, and you said Yogi the bear. Yogi Bear. Oh, fuck.
Wow, I think we did it.
Oh, no. This is perfect.
Okay.
Nev Campbell, bear, Yogi the bear. I think there's something here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
3,
2, 1, scream. Threesome, movie, scream. Oh! Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, wild things.
Thank you. That's it.
Yes. Did you say it?
I did say wild
Okay.
things.
All right. We did say it. Okay. But I think that's great. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We got the camaraderie up on Wild Things. Actually, that was actually pretty perfect for that.
You don't think he said it,
I don't
do you?
think he said it.
I said it really quietly.
You didn't say it.
I said wild things.
Okay.
Wild things. Thank you.
You can check the tape.
We'll check the tape on that. Y'all, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks
Super
for
duper
having
fun.
us.
Super duper
Oh,
fun.
what a blast. It was great.
Where can people find you? Tyler, why don't you go first?
Schnupp69 on some platforms and TylordSCH on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And we were plugging my music earlier. I got a newer project called Flail 150. It's a sort of recording project, trying to figure that stuff out.
Okay.
It's fun.
Nice.
Bandcamp, just on Bandcamp now.
Yeah, nice.
I'm Nick Costanza on all the platforms. You can find me also at x.com, Nick_Costanza. I didn't used to plug that. It's very much just left-wing political stuff from me these days, just to try to counterbalance everything else going on there.
That makes sense.
Nick Costanza on Twitch, and then you can check out our podcast Reactivators, which is on all the podcast platforms.
Yes, please, everybody go check that out. Super fun. If you like the improv games that we do here, they actually they have a special. You guys have like a special magical box that was called the Reactivator.
Yeah,
right? That you like managed to reactivate old video games there. That's so cool. That has nothing to do with improv, but you bring people. It manages to bring people into the video games that they love.
It sounds like we're doing improv, but what we're actually doing is a scientific breakthrough.
Yeah,
so.
it's correct. Super, super cool. I got to go and check Quest, so everybody should go check that out.
Yeah.
So hey guys, before we go, what y'all think of the episode?
That was wild.